All right, those are the demons who are the people of the state of California. That is dynamic engineered light that you saw wrapping around at the top of my vehicle, just like that, Exhibit A. All right, that's putting a lot of people in federal prison. This is terrorism, and it's the admission of the entity stalking. And that's the admission of the government group stalking with the people of the state. This is also not only is it dynamic, this is stationary engineered light as well. There's light that is aimed here, and also every time a demon crosses path, which is surveillance. See the vehicle driving by an engineered light? That's never naturally occurring. So the people of the city of West Covina, are admittedly engaging in the admission. These are sex offenders. These are the demon possessed. These are the people of the state who are engaged in group stalking. Not only is that not sunlight, that's a pattern of conduct. This is what you see flying about in the air in the middle of Starbucks, where the population just goes to a cafe and is stalking me there, knowing exactly who I am. This is the admission of demons, by the way, whose name you don't have to know. It's the admission by the state that they are indeed engaged in the demonic system, demonic activity of group stalking. And this is the fake sun that they're stalking under. It is currently 8:47 a.m. 2100 Lark Ellen Avenue, which is nowhere near, for example, the same sky space that would be over apartment number 51 at Woodside Senior Apartments at 408 West G Street, where the entity was maintaining a sunrise in perfect alignment with apartment 51, where so-called sunlight was aimed inside of apartment 51, strolling into the depths of the apartment up until the patio blinds on the floor. And that wasn't sunlight either. And that was neither the sun. That would be in perfect alignment. It's always in perfect alignment with me. This was the same environment with regard to the light source in Alvarado Gardens as well. When you're recognizing the specific environment, give or take an hour, there's no reconciling what is the maintenance of a sunrise, no matter where you are located, and that is not the natural environment whatsoever. What you can see in alignment with my vehicle at 2100 Lark Avenue is not what is capable of being seen at the same time over the outside of Tracy Banks's door of apartment 51 at Woodside Senior Apartments, and outside of my apartment in Alvarado Gardens, 1806 North Alvarado Street, apartment number 6, outside of the living room window. This is not going to be in perfect alignment. What the entity is doing is maintaining a specific environment where the population is group stalking. And not only is this not the natural environment, speaking to not the sun, this is the demonic imitation of a natural environment where demons are engaging in pacing, maintaining activity all around you. Hence the impossible light activity while demons are crossing path. Not only is it not the sun, that's not sunlight while they drive by. And this light activity is occurring pursuant to my movement, to my conduct on a communication device, which a demon-possessed population is keeping under surveillance. And that's the demonic system of group stalking, which the city of West Covina is admittedly engaging in, providing a wealth of evidence against the entire state of California, the mayor of West Covina, the demon that is Richard Bell over the corrupt West Covina Police Department, documented group stalker that is maintaining the elements of monitoring at 9:24 a.m. where the fake sun is here, where it's still here at 7:50 in the morning. That's non-movement of the so-called sun, which is somehow supposed to be in Miami, Florida, New York, people on the East Coast, with regard to a natural environment. There is no such natural environment. This specific environment is what I'm documenting, and it is the evidence of the system of federal group stalking and monitoring. This is an identification of what is the entity that is group stalking you. This is the admission of everybody in Starbucks knowing exactly who I am, and they were there engaging in exactly what is alleged and what the evidence proves: surveillance. All right, sunlight's not shooting in front of your car. Sunlight is not shooting to the side of your car, creating any sunlight into the roof of your car. This is the specific environment, and it is the evidence of gang stalking. All right, the directed light, the engineered light, and the impossible light activity, the ILA as I've referenced it, and the maintenance of the fake sun. These are two distinct methods of identifying group stalking. And the people of the state are group stalking while they are crossing path. This is not an environment where you're looking at what is shade over here. These demons are group stalking, knowing exactly who I am, targeting in this manner. And this is terrorism by the people of the state. Every address I documented, for example, I documented many of these demons that are living in relative position. The entire city of West Covina is a group stalker. And the city of West Covina, the state of California, is going to be prosecuted. And they're engaging in what is a sex offense. This is what they're doing, monitoring me, my genitalia. And what is private space is what they were doing. A sex offense is what group stalking is. While they're driving on that side of the road, that impossible light activity is occurring. While they're driving on this side of the road, right next to me, this impossible light activity is occurring. It has nothing to do with the sun. Neither is that the sun. All right, it's here as I documented 7:50 and still here as I'm documenting 10:20 in the morning. That's non-movement, just with regard to that duration of time. But it's also, again, not the sun, where the documented sunrise is outside of my living room window in Los Angeles at Alvarado Gardens. Daylight savings time or not, there is no reconciling what is the impossible occurrence of a sunrise occurring in those two positions. And it's also not a coincidence that it's in perfect alignment with me. And all that light that was on my living room wall, traveling across my floor, present on my ceiling in my apartment in Los Angeles, none of that was sunlight either. This is the pattern of conduct. This engineered light is where the demon-possessed entity is maintaining activity, and it is monitoring. It's a surveillance system that we are all subject to. I am subject to criminal monitoring, targeting. The entity is targeting with regard to my non-compliance with Satan's system. All right, and so the entity has sought to try to sacrifice me. This is a murder that the entity, the state of California, sought to engage in secretly. Documenting the entity's criminal monitoring system resulted in stalking in helicopters, which is what I began documenting from city to city, including state to state, engaging in a pattern of kidnapping amongst these demons whom you're seeing stalking in West Covina. This is the same entity that engages in criminal defamation, engages in criminal summoning. This is the entity that with a straight face conducts what is a so-called traffic stop with the demons who are the corrupt police. There is no iteration other than, that is anything other than the pattern of conduct. I've shown you and documented all the ways in which these same demons who are providing this wealth of evidence that they are group stalking, these are the same ones who are group stalking with the corrupt police who are engaged in group stalking. As you see this fake sun and this engineer light, these are the same people of the state that the entity relies on in order to maintain an appearance of legitimacy. And I'm talking about the demon-possessed terrorist organizations referring to themselves as police officers. All right, it is currently 8:53 a.m. Remember, it was the people of the state that are group stalking right now that were conducting the criminal act of criminal summoning at 9:24 a.m., which I documented on video under this fake sun, which remained over me en route to the Starbucks in Pomona, California. All right, and which I'm documenting again 24 hours after that. As I remain here later, the fake sun is not over the Starbucks in Pomona, California. It remains stationary here over me, where demons are group stalking me, knowing exactly where I am. And that's how you have, by the way, a fake sun stationary over one address, like I documented at the Starbucks in Pomona, California. That's not the first time. I've documented that hundreds and hundreds of times. It is the substance of the evidence showing the proof of not only demon possession, but the demon possessed are engaging in a terrorist system in the United States and California. It's group stalking, and it's a government system. The government is a group stalker. The government is relying on the demon possessed who make up the constituents of the state, the people of the state. And it is the basis of a federal prosecution. It is currently 8:54 a.m. This is P.O.C. This is terrorism harassment by an entity that's engaging in what is a molestation via engineered light. It's terrorism harassment via engineered light, and it is the direct evidence of group stalking. It's a supernatural occurrence. This is P.O.C.